Welcome back to the world's most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC.
NSC.
What's up, Q?
Man, we back in the building. We back in the building.
Back in the building. It's been a minute. We don't take this shit for granted. We love it.
Right. We appreciate y'all. What this is like? Call it season 2, season 3. Like,
let's call it our season. It's what it is.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm with it.
So let's do this, man. It's good to be back.
Hell
straight though, holidays and all that.
Man, peace and love to everybody out there. You hear me? As long as we living, we winning. You know what I'm talking about? As long as you're free, you can achieve. So nothing to be mad about. Nothing to be upset about.
Facts.
How about you, man?
Man, hey, look, I just like the time off. Come back to a short week. Got another few days off. Yeah. It was good seeing the nieces open their presents. You know, it was. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I drank a little too much, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, holidays. That's you supposed to indulge.
I was on some water today. Good old
H2O, baby.
Yeah,
good old H2O.
I needed that shit. So what we missed?
You got some crazy shit going on in the world right now. They got some crazy things happening, and we need to talk about it. And especially one specific thing. Johnathan Majors, King the Conqueror, Creed 3. You know what I mean?
He going through it.
Man, is he going through it, G? And he going through it. The downfall, and it's too much. It's too often this is the case. The downfall is a woman at times. And I'm not sexist. I'm not trying to say women are the problems for everything. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that for a man, especially for a man that you feel like has a characteristic of like morals. You know what I mean? Like, so you would choose to be around someone who you think is going to give you a certain amount of respect. And when that shit backfire, because it's hard to know, bro. Like it's people, like think about it. Like it's hard, like bank robbers happen. You know what I mean? And those people walk among us, and we think that's regular people just walking by. You know what I mean? You don't know that a bank robber, so you don't know that some of these women are crazy. Like,
I mean, you never know. Anybody can show you their true self at any time. It may not be when you first meet them. It may not be, a week later, a year later. But one day they can't fake it for too long.
Right, but the bad part is when it comes to women and men, they entangled their lives together. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody you met that's just a homie, and it turned out to be, who they wasn't. That's not the same thing as you get in a relationship or dealings with a person. You know what I mean? That turns out to be crazy because that shit can like fuck up your whole life in an instant.
And that's what Johnathan Majors is finding out.
In an instant, bro.
Like, especially when you're a man that reaches a certain level in life, that's the above. You're above average. I'm not talking about like just. I'm talking about just as far as money making, success. Whatever you vision success is, if you're reaching your goals, and you got somebody tagging along, they can really mess things up for you.
Definitely,
and they're not really down for you.
Definitely, bro. They definitely can.
They just there for the lifestyle.
You know what I mean? And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I don't think that it's necessarily that person could be there for the lifestyle. I think that person can just have this hidden mentality of how they view things. You know what I mean? So because all this stuff happens off of situations, and situations happen regardless of no matter how much you prepare or you try to avoid and whatever. It's just how you handle a situation at that point in time. What some people refer to as nigga moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cold part about a nigga moment is that you don't know you in one until you're in one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that is a tough situation for any person. But when you try to do the correct thing and it still backfires, that's when you're in a lose-lose. Like you was never meant to win that situation.
I mean, yeah, apparently like this, like even with them, like the whole what he got convicted of is simple assault. Apparently what they saying is he was trying to get his phone back in the SUV that was
right.
what do you call it? When it's chauffeured,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't give it back to him, so he snatched it, and then that's when she somehow gets hurt, and then he tries to run away from her, and she's chasing him on camera.
Yeah, he hopped out the car to get away from her, and she hopped out after him.
Yeah,
Like he tried to put her back in the vehicle. Like like he's trying to separate himself the whole time. Like from what you can see in any video you look at of this situation, he is trying to get away from her. And then what about when he's like, when she's like in the apartment, whatever? He's trying to like get up there because he's worried about her
mm-hmm.
because she has made herself a victim, and now being a good guy, you're just trying to make sure she's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who? Like if she's that crazy, she can do something to herself. I think some smart people. I'm not gonna just say women. People out there know that about themselves. Now the ones that don't know that about themselves, I'm praying for improvement. But there are those that know and use those type of tactics in a situation to get their way.
Well, of course. Yeah, she was one of them, and mostly because most of the time the law is going to rule in favor of the woman, unless you can really prove without a shadow of a doubt that you didn't do anything wrong, which is the hardest thing to do when they want to send you to jail or they want to convict you.
And you have to have video evidence from wherever y'all came from to when y'all got in the car, then the whole car ride, then when the phone got snatched. You gotta have video of all that because the video we've seen that everyone has seen shows this man running away. Like you would think that he's the fearful one. You know what I mean in this situation. Like she's not seeming like she's someone who's been like brutalized. Like,
It's the funniest video. It's the funniest video I've seen though. She was chasing after him and he was gone.
That video made me have sympathy for him. You know what I mean? Like it made me have sympathy for him. I'm not gonna sit here and just assume because I don't think he hit her inside the car. Like it's like you took my phone. I want my phone back. That's it.
Yeah.
The chauffeur testified to this stuff. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's crazy that you can't even. You getting your own stuff back. You can't. You're not allowed to regain your own property without charges being on you. Without
shoot her
them.
in Texas, shoot her. Like if you feel like your life is threatened, shoot her.
But here's the thing: when all this was going down, they say he was the one who called the cops
because he is the victim. Like the victim caught charges in this situation. And people are acting like that, like that's okay. Like that's like the problem is it's regular. It's a regular thing. So therefore it's not as big of a deal as it and that's sadful, man. That's sadful, bro.
Yeah. Now this man's career. I mean, who knows where his career goes? Can he bounce back from this? Who knows?
Yes, he will. He'll bounce back. He will bounce back.
They
First off, he's too talented. And second of all, he can always go to his backup plan, which I'm guessing is like theater, because that's where he started at anyway. You know what I mean? Like you can definitely find a play to be in. I don't think his money's going to be as big as it once was for a while. But you're probably going to get bought out of your contract because you know what I mean. Like they can fire you, but you still have a contract with him. You know what I mean? So you're probably going to get some type of bread from that. But you might not get the roles or offers like Creed 3. You know what I mean? You might not.
You
might not get one of those for a while.
Yeah, some time got to go by. You know.
Right. He ain't the first one to go through what he's going through, but he is black.
Yeah. And here's the thing about a lot of our black characters, right? Be they Marvel characters or DC characters, why every time something happens to a black character, they got to kill the character off? Like Kane, they killed him off. If you watch Loki, they killed him off. If you watch Chadwick Boseman when he died, they killed off Black Panther.
Well,
what was the point of that?
Black Panther died, bro. Like he died in real life. And
that's what I'm saying.
But instead of replacing him, like because the character exists in the MCU world,
exactly.
So you have to bring this character, which was a really big deal, to an end. And I think Marvel did a fantastic job on how they closed out the Black Panther of that Black Panther. You know what I mean? They did a phenomenal job.
I think they did a terrible job. They They don't kill off a character because the actor dies. That character is a separate entity. It's not real.
Well, he's a black man, bro. Like we it's harder to find someone that looks very similar to us, like it is for white people. You know what I mean? If you
Of
have a white
course.
if you have a white character that die off, and you want to keep that character going, you can probably find somebody that looks damn near just like that person. You know what I mean? But when it comes to the Black Panther, and I think because of how he died, like they just wanted him to be the last person to play that particular Black Panther. I think that he was so great that you couldn't think about like replacing him and going on with that particular Black Panther. You can go on with Black Panther, but not that Black. Not T'Challa. You can't go. No one else could play T'Challa. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
you can find somebody to play
No,
T'Challa.
fuck that.
It's
No,
a
nobody
character,
play T'Challa, man. That man was going through all that.
bro.
He was going through all that, and he still gave us movies, bro.
Hey,
Like, oh
I'm
man,
not talking. I'm not talking about the man. I'm not talking about the man. The man was a good man. I'm talking about the character.
yeah, but it was his character. He brought that character to life. So I can't see someone else playing T'Challa. I can't see that, bro. I don't want to see that.
It-
I don't want to see that. Man.
but that's
Like,
what we gotta get rid of that, man. Because here's the thing: they do that with Batman, Superman, every other Green Lantern, every other
but
character.
that's a different. But that's like new movies. You know what I mean? Like that. Like so, if there's a new Black Panther movie down the line, yeah, you would change it. But to continue on in the same story, in the same like universe, you just gonna change. Like you gonna like what's his name? Terrence Howard went to
Yeah,
Knoxville, right?
yeah.
But that happened early in the MCU. You know what I mean? So okay,
Well, and he was a side character and all
right.
that.
But T'Challa, nah, man. People showed up in drones for the Black Panther movie. Like, yeah, like they send him off in a very nice way. I love the ritual and stuff, like the casket going to the sky. Like, yeah, I appreciate Marvel for that, and I'll forgive Marvel for a lot of things because of how they did that. Now,
Nah,
now
nah.
I just feel like this is a cultural thing why they had to like drop Johnathan Majors. You know what I mean? I think it's more of a society and how society view things, and it's,
Well, yeah, you see, I mean, look at the difference between DC and Marvel. Like, look at Ezra Miller that played the Flash. All the stuff he went through, they stuck by him. But all the
yeah,
stuff Jonathan Major goes through, he gets cut, forgot, and which I think they already did want to cut that character out.
that whole
And this is,
franchise from the DC, like the Flash and everything, like that whole thing is getting like wiped out and redone. Though, you know what I mean? So like and when it came to the Flash, he had done so much of the movie already. You know what I mean? So like it was in yeah, like they put too much money into that shit. It was like we're gonna finish this movie for sure, but they finished the movie. But is there gonna be another one? Is it gonna be another movie? I don't think so.
I doubt it. But he had a whole accusation of grooming children. I mean, I don't care how much money movie he did. That should be enough.
Yeah, I mean, but that's harder to prove too. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be like, "Oh, I heard this. Get the fuck out of here!" Like I can sue you. Be like, get like that's not
Well, no, these are actual accusations against him.
exactly. But those things take time to be proven. What I'm saying is that, like, for some people in this country, not Jonathan Majors, because we already know he's gonna get fired.
Well,
Regardless,
yeah, yeah, of
the
course.
outcome was gonna be he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that axe. But depending on who you are and
And they couldn't wait.
what the
They
Flash.
couldn't wait.
Flash he had longevity and they was gonna finish that movie with him. That was just gonna happen. Like, it was gonna happen. Like the movies, but he was still doing like Ant-Man and stuff when all this was going down. You know what I mean? But he still did it. Loki, Loki season 2, he was going through these charges, but they still did it. You know what I mean? So
Shit, look. What about Green? What's the Arrow dude?
Green Arrow,
Uh, for Avengers.
talk about Jeremy Reiner,
Yeah,
name it.
yeah, he was going through some abuse with his wife.
Yeah, he was going through some shit at some point in time too. You know what I mean? But there's a difference being like I think Marvel does a good job of giving you time to find out if you're innocent or guilty in general. Because nobody's perfect, man. So like just because you're famous and you're an actor, and you make all this money, just like football players make all this money, or basketball players, whatever. If you make a lot of money, you're still a human. You know what I mean? Like, you still are entitled to fuck up. But my thing is, like, what caused that fuck up? Number one, what type of like, did you put yourself in a situation, or were you put into a situation?
But check this out. Uh, Marvel did not wait for Johnathan Majors. They dropped him when this shit first came out. His case
That's,
got that case just
yeah,
got handled
but
last week.
he did not get fired. He did not get fired when all this went down.
Yeah,
First,
yeah. They
no,
let him go.
that's not real, because Loki 2 was being filmed when this shit was when this shit
He's
was
not
going.
on Loki 2. He's not
Yes,
on Loki 2.
I watched the whole season. He's definitely in Loki 2. Like,
He is, I'm watching it now. He's not nowhere in it.
he's in multiple episodes. Maybe you're in episode 1 or 2. But when they go back,
Okay.
when they go back and drop the book, he is in there from henceforth. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, Loki was amazing. All right, that's one of my favorite Marvel TV shows, for sure, easily. Loki
Loki
was
goes hard, bro.
amazing show, bro. Amazing show.
He went
Yeah,
harder than the rest of them.
yeah, man. But I think John Majors is still getting work in, bro. I think he was still getting work. I think they just announced that they changing game. Like, they didn't make that announcement until after he caught his charges too. So I mean,
And then they fired him from the military ads, and he had all this stuff going on.
oh yeah, all that's
It's
going
like,
away. All that's going bye bye. All that's going bye bye
but
because
it went away soon as she brought up the charges. Soon as he accused, that shit was dropped.
right. I mean, that's what sponsors do, though. You know what I mean? Sponsors they're not entitled to keep you, and that's the opportunity to get away from the big check. Like, because they
Of course.
sign you to endorsement, so you're getting paid whatever y'all agreed upon. And they're like, yo, let's get off of this. You know what I mean? So I can't blame them for doing what they do. They're covering their own back. You know what I mean? Innocent, guilty, whatever. Like, it's a bad look for them. That's all that matters. It's optics. Optics don't look good, so they're gonna let you go. That is what it is. But who we can blame is who it seems to be the person who caused this, which would be her. Like, I don't even want to say her name, because I don't think she deserves that recognition. I think what she did to this man is completely wrong.
I mean, even that whole situation is it's a messed up situation. We don't know what else went on in their relationship because they had some other women come out and talk negatively about him and stuff like that. So who knows what all really went on? We just know that situation that got caught on camera wasn't.
Right.
He's really running away. So yeah, it's always a lot more that goes on in any relationship. Like, I feel like if she's that bad, you should have left her a long time ago.
Yeah, but you never know, man. Like, because the thing you have to realize is that you can't change a person, and you may try for however long. You know what I mean? You may try for too long, and that end result could be something catastrophic. You know what I mean? Just hopefully you get away from it before it all ends
Yeah,
real bad.
you're right. You cannot change a person. We gotta, and everybody really gotta realize that we don't own just because we with somebody, we don't own them. We
Correct.
don't.
That
We
person,
can't.
they're going to think for themselves. But we have to be able to hold people accountable. Like, you have to know what, like everyone gets to choose what they choose to do. But when that person makes their decision, like, you got to respect the fact that's the decision they made. You know what I mean? But what we do is we make excuses for them, and so that behavior continues. You know what I mean? And when you put yourself in a situation where it's not a learned, it's not a learned situation. It's more of like, this is what happens. Forgive, then go on, and it happens again and again and again. Then you're putting yourself in a situation where it could turn out completely bad. And I think that's what Johnathan Majors did, man. He kept putting it, like, I think there had to be signs, because it's dramatic as fuck.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it's not only holding them accountable. I think a lot of people can hold people accountable, but people don't hold themselves accountable, and that's the worst part about. Because you can want something for someone all day, unless they want it for themselves, they not gonna change.
Right, but ignorance is bliss, bro. Ignorance is bliss, and that's a real thing. Like, when it comes to people, because you don't know what a person don't know, and you don't know if a person is even capable of knowing that they don't know. You know, does that make sense?
Wait, say that again.
All right, you don't know that someone doesn't know, right? But
Okay.
you don't know that that person who doesn't know doesn't have the ability to realize that they don't know.
Oh,
That's why that person can't learn and be different, because they're not going to see fault. You know what I mean? Like, When you change your life, and that's why I think street people in squares have that have that difference. You know what I mean? It's just like I can identify when I change my life around. The
Mm-hmm.
moment, the time, the situation. I remember all of it. You know what I mean? But if you never have that moment where you need to be like, oh damn, it's me. You know what I mean? Like you never had that moment like, yo, it's me fucking up. Then
Yeah.
that person doesn't realize that they're in that situation. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Ignorance is bliss, bro. But we blame them. We blame them because we want them to realize something that we can see.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's what I think Johnathan Majors may have been at. He's trying to help somebody to realize something but he didn't realize that she couldn't realize.
I mean, you always hear people say a lot of people realize things when they hit rock bottom, and rock bottom is different for everybody.
But what if you know hit rock bottom?
And that's the issue. Yeah. Like, what if you don't? Yeah.
Like, what if you never hit rock bottom? Like, I mean, what if you are so good at telling yourself that you're good, you're correct, that you'll never hit rock bottom? So
There
even
has to be something.
so
Yeah.
even when people say like you lost this or you lost that, you don't feel like you lost that. You don't feel that way because you feel like
Mm-mm.
you made the right moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's. I didn't know those people existed, bro. But that's a whole different lifestyle, man. Of like being able to live and not realize you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole different type of freedom, bro. That's a whole different. I will
Yeah.
never
Yeah. That's
freedom. Like I'll never know that.
yeah.
I don't think I ever did know that. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, I'm with you on that. You gotta at some point look in the mirror, and hold yourself accountable.
yeah, yeah. But it's easy to say the words, but to actually do the action is what the action, bro. Like the action of it. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it what means the work. It's what means the most, and that's just not what people are willing to do. Because once again, you can't blame that person because that person doesn't realize that they are the way they are
Yeah, and then as a person, especially if you care about that person, you can't even get that message across because they won't hear it from you.
at all. At all.
So it's,
They're convinced. They're convinced. They've always been right. Even when they're wrong, they're right.
yeah,
Even their actions, what could be considered fucked up to the regular person, they're right.
mm.
They're right. You
That's
don't have
what, and that's what on that phone call with Johnathan Majors. Remember, she recorded that phone call. He was telling her like, be accountable. Wasn't he
right.
saying that?
Yep. Yep.
Like she sit up there passed out, drunk all the time and shit like that. And
He wants it like he sees something that he likes. He wants to change it. No,
yeah,
my brother. No, my brother. You're
you,
not.
you
You're not her father. She's not your mother.
yeah,
Like you can't. You can't. Like that person's only going to change because they want to, because that's what they choose to do with their life. Once again, not everybody gets faced with the decision of being better. You know what I mean? Like not everybody's bad. You know what I mean? So like if you were never bad ever, maybe you don't think you need to change because you've always been good.
or
You
you
know?
have people around you always telling you good. People when people are yes men and yes women around you, and you never met nobody really real.
Yeah.
If somebody holds you accountable, you gonna take it a certain type of way.
What if that person doesn't tell anyone? Doesn't never gets a second opinion. Never. Just all of them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just all of them, bro.
yeah,
There's who can tell you you're wrong when you only listen to yourself?
yeah. I feel like listen. One time I was listening to Ali Sadiq, and he was talking about how people when he's locked up, he was talking to people that say they didn't know any better, and he was saying there's nowhere in time where you never knew the right way to go. You might didn't do it, but at
Right.
some point in time, you were put in contact with a right situation to go, and you chose not to.
Right. Because life is about decisions.
Exactly.
But you don't learn life is about positive decisions until you go through life. Like it's easy to realize life is about decisions. But when you realize life is about positive decisions, that's when your life can go up or down. You know what I mean? Because like it's
Yeah,
like now I'm making these decisions that's gonna put me in a bad situation. I did that. You know what I mean? So therefore, I gotta at some point in time, or I can stay oblivious. That's an option too. You could like people who do bad shit stay oblivious, just as much as good people who do dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because good people
Yeah,
don't do bad shit. They're not trying to be bad people. They do dumb shit. Like to them, the decision they make don't seem like it's stupid, but to anyone else, it might be the dumbest shit ever. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And every decision is not even gonna be a good or positive decision. You're gonna mess up a lot, but it's realizing that messed up decision and realizing, okay, I messed up here. I get it.
It takes people that's willing to tell you, "Hey, you're fucking up," for you to realize you're fucking up. You know what I mean? Like you have to have that outside voice, someone who give a fuck enough about you to tell you, "Hey, man, you fucking up. Like the way you doing it is wrong."
Yeah,
And no one's gonna. Your enemy is not gonna do that because your enemy wants to see you continue the way you're going. But someone who gives a fuck about you, someone who loves you, that's probably gonna be the person to tell you, like, "Hey, you fucking up."
yeah.
Yeah,
Most people, good people in your life, gonna tell you when you're messing up.
straight up, dude. Straight
That's the
up.
people you want, and give you a reason why you messing up. Don't just like you messing up. Why am I messing up? What do you see?
You can't come back from the ignorance until you learn. Like you're always gonna be stuck in the abyss, you know what I mean, of ignorance until you're willing to learn. That's the only rope that's gonna pull you out to make you different, to make you understand. You know what I mean? Once again, not everybody has that ability to understand. You know what I mean? Like it's just not
Right.
something. Like they don't have people telling them like, "Hey, like you fucking up." Either you don't have either you have those people you have people either you have people that you ride with who not gonna tell you that you fucking up, or you just don't have people to tell you that you fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like school shooters are very lonely people. You know what I mean? They don't have like buku people like they can talk to every day. You know what I mean? So if you're only in your own mind, to you that shit makes sense.
Dude, I know people who swear up and down they're the smartest one in their group. Everybody come to them for advice. Everybody come to do when they got issues. And I'm looking at you like you don't even like if you the smartest one in your group, like your group messed up, bro.
And you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm this is what I'm gonna say about that, right? The smartest person in the group, even if that person isn't smart as the regular person, at least you got somebody that's smarter than you that you're talking to. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're not the smartest person in the world, but they're the smartest in that group of people. So maybe
Yeah.
that person can have the right idea sometimes, and that betters the group. You know what I mean? But I'm always looking on the positive side of things. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You got I mean, looking on negative ain't gonna do you any good. So
right, it's two options. It's not really to look negative. It's either stay positive or just stop. Just stop. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't have to go negative. Like, you don't have to go negative. Because I know for a fact what that negativity brings. It ain't never been good. Not a day in my life as me being negative, upset, or mad brought me anything that was beneficial.
yeah.
And I think if most people look at their life, they realize that my best moments are when I was happy. And that's for a reason. It's for a reason. You might be doing the wrong shit, but you might be happy while you're doing it. You know what I mean? And that's what forms good memories, man. If you want more good memories, you try to stay positive, no matter what.
Yeah. I just right now for me, I take life as just it's like I'm reading a book, you know. It's not like I'm positive, negative, or nothing. It's like, all right, this is where I'm at. I'm reading the chapter right now, and this is where I need the chapter is going. So I just take it like that. I never I can't say I never get, but I never try to get too emotional, like either happy or too mad.
Yeah,
Just stay stoic, as stoic as I can be. You know, it's not always easy.
right. Especially when you involve your life with like people. You know what I mean? You got
Yes,
people around
yes,
that you love, and you care about. You know what I mean? People who you just wish to see good for. You know what I mean? When you have other people in your life, you setting yourself up to be put in a situation you don't want to be in because you're taking a chance on other people. But that's something you just got to know when you go into like having relationships with people. You know what I mean? Nothing's guaranteed to be great. That's from relationship with your mama to your
yeah,
relationship to your 25th best friend. You know what I mean? Like, don't matter. That person is someone you're gonna allow around you, so that situation can go wrong at any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it never does, but it has the ability to, because you're allowing something. Because if you're practicing the art of avoidance, right, keeping all the negative, bad shit away from you, so that those things don't happen, it's only the people you allow to get close to you that can really affect you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what life teaches. People be like, well, uh, people come in for reasons and seasons and all that bullshit, but like, no, that's just life. That's what
Yeah.
life's gonna be for the rest of your existence. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've been like for the past couple years, just not letting outside forces affect me. Like, and that's like I said, it's not always easy. Sometimes you got to fight against it, but there's nothing. I always have that feeling. There's nothing outside of me that can get me anywhere.
yeah,
You know, even at least, even in a relationship, it's still like you have to control
you
your mood.
right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right. Like
even
so,
though you can't control them, and they can't, don't let them control you.
I do believe that people get antagonized. I do believe that happens. I believe the people who antagonize the most are the ones you say you love. I,
Oh
I,
yeah.
I do believe that. But when it's all said and done, like when it comes to Johnathan Majors, and if he put his hands on this woman, it's your fault. Like it's still your actions. It's still your decision. If you did that, player, then you did that. Like
Yeah.
you put yourself in a situation where you can lose everything, everything. And no matter what your reason is for staying in that situation, it is your fault when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
Definitely agree with that.
and that's a hard thing to do when you love somebody. Like when you want to see the best for someone, you're trying to change that person. Like that's difficult. That's very fucking difficult because you don't want to leave that situation, but you know you got to. You know you
Yeah.
got because just like when you die, all right, just like when you die, when you get arrested, it's not you and your family. It's not you and your love. It's none of that. It's you behind them bars. It is you doing that time, player.
And that's real. That's real.
Yeah. Positive decisions, people. Positive decisions, man. It's that not so common information right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but my boy, hey, but also on a positive note, my boy got Megan good.
Yeah, yeah.
Megan good.
But
That's a beautiful woman.
what's gonna happen when Megan Good keep hearing other women talk about, yo, he was with them white woman. You know what I mean? Like John DeMay's gonna get a lot of like, oh, you chose a white girl. Like, hey, it's coming. It's already here. It's already here, but it's coming even.
And
Oh,
yeah, and
woo.
here's the thing. Her name's Jabari. Is she really white? What is she?
I believe she's South African.
Oh, South African.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe she's South African. But in America,
Oh.
that's white. You white player.
So yeah, she still colonized. Her people still colonized South Africa. So it is what it
Sad
is.
truths. Sad truths. Oh man, sad truths. It really is, bro. It really is, dog. But yeah, Megan Good's bad. I mean, she bad.
Yeah, yeah.
She
See,
look thin. I mean, I keep, I've been saying that for years, man. She cool.
say she looked thin.
Thin, man. She thin, be like I don't think her booty's her booty. I think that she wears like the booty pads you wear, like you know what I mean. I think like, that's
Damn,
just my opinion. I'm not saying that
damn.
she don't do it, don't, but like that don't fit her body type. You know what I mean? Like, come on, B. I've known a lot of Megan Goods. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Megan Goods, bro. So I don't know, man. And then it's the movie, so you think that it looked like it looked. But when I was living in California, I seen Megan Good in LA a couple of times, man. And
Yeah.
I don't. I think she's very attractive. Definitely, I'm not. She's definitely a very pretty girl. But for me, for Q, she looked thin to me, bro. She looked thin, man. She looked thin, G. And that thing don't look like that thing like when you look in the movies. It don't look like that, G. It not.
Yeah, yeah. It's that movie magic, and
Yeah, not in LA. It didn't look. I'm just saying, man. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Yo, back in the day when I was staying in Baton Rouge, I remember this, Megan. When you came down to the Tigerland in LSU at the Tigerland bar. You know what I mean? So like that thing wasn't thinking at that point in time either. It just looked like a skinny pretty girl.
ooh,
Just saying. I mean, I ain't nobody, so you don't remember me, but like I've met you, and I obviously like meeting Megan Good. You know, you wouldn't forget that memory. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
He said, hell no.
No, I'm trying to pull her from Johnathan Majors.
Watch out, he swing. That's what they're saying at least. They say he swing.
Yeah, no, we good.
You know,
Oh,
everybody gotta watch out for cats who swing. You hear me? Like that's the ones. Because like it's not about shooting. Watch out people who swing. Cause that you say the wrong thing, man. That shit go left.
he gonna swing and take off running.
That's why I don't think he did that, man. I think he's just trying to get his phone back. He got his phone back. He hopped out that car and took off because he didn't want no parts of what she was trying to give.
And I think that's all it really was. She I ain't saying she didn't get hurt, but it was just him getting his phone back. He wasn't worried about hitting her or nothing. And what are you gonna do in front of the chauffeur and stuff and in public like that?
And the chauffeur testified, you know what I mean? Like he testified in the trial. Like you can see what the man said. Like the man never struck her. But hey man, you'll be all right, player. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, Johnathan. Yo, you're not doing no time. So anytime you're not going to do no time, you win it. You know? Like, that's a win, bro. Like ain't the win you want, but it's the win you got. Man,
all right.
Man.
Hell yeah.
We back, people.
We back.
NSC.
Not so common NSC.
NSC.
Man, all right. This is a good convo, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Always is. Always is, player. You know what I'm talking about? Tell the people.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be jealous when you get that when your fro start growing.
Hey, look here, man. I'm trying to do something different. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to do something different. Remember who I was, but still be the great person I'm growing into. You know what I mean? So, yeah, trying to do something different, man.
Like I said, lucky.
It should look a little curl to it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see that.
You know what I mean? I was dipping. I was waving for a very long time, people. Let's not forget. Go look at the old episodes. You know what I mean? Like, it was like a fucking tsunami. You know what I mean? So,
we look like we straight out the Bible in a minute. Get the hood robe and hood on.
Look at here. Q of Nazareth.
Yeah, Q. yeah, saving souls.
I walk in the steps. You know what I mean? I walk in the steps that
nigga just walked on water.
I walk in the steps that someone else followed me. I mean, I ain't the first person, I ain't the second person, but I mean, I can't be the third person to do something great. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Facts. NSC.
NSC.
Tell them where they catch us at, man.
Man, catch us at all platforms. Not so common NSC. I'm talking YouTube. I'm talking Spotify. I'm talking Clapper. I'm talking where we at.
Yeah.
Not so common NSC.
It's that NSC type lifestyle, man. Get with it and get going. Yo, it's your boy Q, man. And of course, my brother, tell him who you is.
Hey, Matthias. Peace, fam.
One.
Look at me. What about me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me?